see. Okay, good. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining the Ignite session, which is always a good thing to have in conferences. I have 5 minutes to talk to you about one specific Terraform practice that will help you enable infrastructure and team scaling. Of course, Terraform is a great tool that helps you do a lot of things, but you don't always utilize it in a way that you would think forward about scale infrastructure and teams. So this is why I'm here to talk to you about that. I don't have much time to introduce you to myself here, but I'm Hila Fish, and just for you to know that I'm a HashiCorp ambassador, which means that I talk about Terraform quite a lot, and that's why I'm here talking to you about Terraform in this Ignite as well. So, the practice that I'm going to show you here is about structuring your Terraform codebase. There are a lot of ways to structure the Terraform codebase, and there's a way that will help you think about scaling as well. And why is that? And I will show you in a bit. So this is how we at Wix decided to structure the Terraform codebase. We have a team, project, cloud provider, account, / environment, and then region. And then this is how it looks like. So models are all the custom models that are not community-based, but any custom models that we created, we'll put it aside, it's not related to this structure. And then on the live side, where we call the modules, then we have BI for team, Airflow for project, AWS for cloud provider, production or dev or any other is account or env, and then use East 1 region. Why did we choose to do and go with this structure? So first of all, Terraform as a platform. It allows us to enable all teams to onboard to the same code repository, which is good, first of all, because it is a standard for all teams to use Terraform in the same way. We have practices enforcement that runs on the code base, so any test, like did they add tags, does the total cost overpasses X amount and stuff like that. So a great standard for all teams to use Terraform in the same way. We utilize code owners, which means that there's team autonomy for managing their own infrastructure, so they can approve their own PRs, and then don't wait for the Terraform as a platform, we call them InfraGAD. They don't wait for the InfraGAD team to approve their own PRs, they can do it for themselves for their own code and infrastructure. And since it's in the same code base, we get out of the box 2 great things. First of all, the custom models that we use, since we all people that write code, we know that models should be written in a way that is generic and can be utilized as broader as possible. So all the models can be utilized by any other team, and other teams can use that. And the practices enforcement that I mentioned, any test checks for tags, for anything of the sorts that helps making sure that the code is in high quality, and any guardrails that the company wants to set, they get these tests out of the box, and these tests apply to their code as well. So this is one reason why we chose this structure. Another reason is small state files. So I hope that you know Terraform has basically keeps all the things that they do in a state file. And not always Terraform does a great job of creating dependencies between all the resources it manages. And a lot of the time, especially if the state file is very, very big, you find yourself create X or change one tag, and then the plan shows I'm going to destroy a resource. Why? I did just a change tag, and that's it. This happens when we have a very big state files. So in order to avoid that, in order to help Terraform do its job properly and reduce the amount of invalid dependencies, we need to make sure the state files are very, very small. How do we do that? With this approach right here. So if we have this structure, it means that the state file is kept in the lowest possible one in US East 1, which means the state file is only for Airflow resources for the BI team in AWS production or dev or whatever in US East 1. So it's a very small state files, meaning the big blast radius is avoidable. We don't have any big blast radius, and it's great and allows Terraform to manage the resources in a way that doesn't makes us be scary when we run Terraform apply. So that's basically it. One practice that allows you to think about Terraform in a broader context rather than just an infrastructure as code tool. We all want to enable scaling both for our teams and our infrastructure. If you utilize this practice, it will help you basically use Terraform in a way that will allow you to enable these things, and it's all good because we all want to grow, we all want to help our companies grow and don't suffer the growing pains in the process. So that's it. Thank you very much.